Hey guys, and welcome to Deno's Tech again. So, a little better format we got going here. Now, I haven't talked a lot about myself, but I'm drinking some Crown and Coke. This is Crown time. But we got a little budget build here, and I'm just gonna break down the parts real quick. What we got an Asus PZ77-V with an i5 of question mark. I think it's a 3rd generation i5. Hyper 212 Evo, 16 gigs of Corsair XM3 RAM. So it's going to be 4 sticks at 4 gigs a stick, and GTX 1060, the low end, a Corsair CX500, and that's actually right here, and then a DeepCool Tesseract case. So, out of all these parts, the 1060 I already tested and confirmed that it was working. Let me take a sip. That is good, guys. So, 1060 is working. Everything's kosher with it. The CX500 is actually a refurb that I got for about $25 on Newegg on a deal. Tesseract case was on OfferUp for 20 bucks, stolen pretty much. I don't necessarily like the full case itself, but I mean, for a low budget build, it's perfect. Now the GTX 1060, I did spend $100 on this. It's also used, but it's actually new used, but I did confirm it works. The only thing that hasn't been confirmed is the actual refurb power supply, the case itself, and the board and everything attached to it. I did confirm that the RAM does function as well. I got that brand new for 30 bucks. So I actually got a really amazing deal for the i5, the Hyper 212, and the Asus PZ77 board. All of that was 50 bucks. So 50 bucks total here. You have $30 on the RAM, that is 80. $20 on the case, which is 100. Another 100 for the GTX 1060, that makes it even 200. And then the Corsair power supply for 25. So for a total 225. Now, like I said, this video is on March 19th. So just so you guys know about the price point of the used products we have here. And like I said, this was a steal. I think the best bargain I got was the board, CPU, and cooler. For 50 bucks, you can't beat that, of DDR3. You know, the RAM I also got at a hella good price. The two big ticket items were really the 1060 and the actual CX 500, which I don't like to skimp on the power supply, so I'd rather just buy something new or at least refurb from a manufacturer. So that's pretty much it. This is the build, 225, and let's see what we get on it. options here. So as you can see, I went ahead and just put the power supply. This is usually as far as I get as far as the initial installation. So let's talk about two things. Number one, I forgot to include the price of the actual hard drives. Okay, so what we have for hard drives is actually two. We're going to have a 1 terabyte mechanical and a 120 gig SSD, PNY to be specific. The PNY SSD was 25, bought it brand new. And the mechanical is actually from an older system. I have a 1 terabyte, so I am gonna call it at no cost, but usually they'll be about $30. So I lied to you initially when I said it was $225. The actual build will come out to $250 plus the mechanical, so you can do $250 with just the SSD. I recommend getting at least the mechanical for storage. So those are the two items. So we're going to call this a $275 build. $275 is the total. Adding those two drives, because I didn't account it initially on the cost. You can get a good SSD about 120 for, you know, let's see. A good price for a 120 gig SSD is about 20 to $25. I wouldn't spend any more than that. You can almost get 240 gigs now for about the same price. This board, since it is older, can't get an M.2. I mean, you can get some type of version of M.2. I can't even. No, actually, with this board you cannot at all. I'm gonna make sure I'm not misspeaking, but I'm pretty sure you can't. I connected the two fans. I don't know if they're LED or not. I think they might be, just by the color, because they're a little light. So we got actually, yeah, one LED fan in the front and one LED fan in the back. I think they're LED. If not, they're just standard fans. So we have a little bit of blingage, very minimal blingage, but I mean, for under $300, I think this is a damn good PC. Once we could get to the core root of the, I think it's a third generation i5 that's in here. So right now, the reason I stopped the build at this point is because I want to test it. I want to test it and make sure everything is functioning first, before I go ahead and start doing more cable management. As you can see, I just kind of ran everything to the back. Right now it's hot poo poo over here, which I really don't like. But this is for the USB 3.0 header and the chassis fan. So we're gonna just tuck all this to the back once we're complete and do some decent job on cable management. However, one thing that I cannot do very well here is the CPU cable. If you take a look, CPU cable actually has to run on the top of the Hyper 212, because I'm trying to cable manage it a little bit, and hopefully you guys can see that cable just running all the way to the opposite side, and then you see that's the CPU header there. So all in all, I would say it's not horrible. I think it's decent bang for your buck, under $300. We're gonna put Unigine Heaven on it and Cinebench and kind of test it fully with the 16 gigs and the SSD, and I'm pretty sure we could get some decent frame rates out of this. So we'll continue to work and we'll see what comes of it. Deuces, by the way. Alright, so looks like we're all golden. We got Windows 10 about to get installed on this bad boy. And yeah, I was correct. The front fan is LED and this fan is also LED, so it doesn't look too bad. It's actually a pretty good system and super quiet. Listen, barely can hear it. So, install is good. Let's get this bad boy rolling and then we'll update it and see what's going on.
Well guys, here you are with the final product. As you can see, the insides were pretty damn good, and I would say all in all this computer build was really fun. Definitely looking forward to using this Tesseract case if I come across it again. That was pretty sturdy, and all the equipment in it was just very sturdy. I was very happy with the way it came out. Well, like I said, if you guys can just like, subscribe, and comment below, I'm going to be leaving all the information to the specs of the computer in the description. Also along with the music information for today's video. And I will be posting at least one video per month. So please comment on what you guys would like to see. Specifically between repairs or budget builds, or if you want me to include more footage of actually picking up parts, that is also a possibility. Well, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you enjoy my content, and let's keep it moving. Have a good day.